Hi there, I'm David Hunt, owner of GameMasters Guild, and today I'm going to take a look at a couple more miniatures. The first one is going to be just a regular Icons of the Realms miniature, and that's going to be Archdevil Geryon, and we're going to take a look at him. And then also, the next one comes from the Icons of the Realms Snowbound. Be sure to check out my other video that I did on the individual boxes. But what I'm looking at today is going to be Frost Giant on Mammoth. We got to check these guys out. Come on. Okay, so here we are again. We're going to take a look at another Dungeons & Dragons miniature from Icons of the Realms, and this time it's going to be Archdevil Geryon. Hopefully I'm saying that right, and hopefully he won't come haunt me in my dreams or nightmares. So let's get my trusty old knife and cut that baby open, and let's see what we got here. I really love all these big miniatures because you can get a lot of detail on these miniatures, and they just always look really good. And generally, over time, these Icons of the Realms miniatures have been looking so good. And look at this guy. Wow. He is awesome looking. Got all the scales, and I like the shading of the black on him. Let's keep going around here. Get a full 360. Love those awesome wings. He's got this massive horn. He is cool. And he's pretty imposing. I mean, when you compare him to a regular size mini like this guy, this is from my last video, Snowbound. Look at the size comparison. This is the size of one of your regular player characters, and he's sitting literally right on his base. The guy is huge. I like it. He's pretty specific, though. You wouldn't normally just throw him out on the field just for no reason at all. You'd really gotta have a reason to really have Archdevil Geryon. I kind of wish he had like some other minions he came with, so it'd be a little more desirable to grab him, so that way you wouldn't just be getting him, but some other smaller pieces you could use more frequently, because this guy more than likely is going to be sitting on your shelf for a while, just kind of collecting dust until you're ready to use him. Although a creative DM, and I like being one of those guys, you can honestly use them just about any time. You can do a dream sequence or a horrible premonition using him, which, it's not like you ever actually have to throw him in play, but if you throw him in a nightmare sequence or some kind of premonition, that might not be too bad, or as an illusion, that's pretty cool. Or maybe they go to someone's estate and they have a very lifelike replica made of him because of a fascination with the Archdevil, or more of fanaticism. You never know. There could be all sorts of reasons why you could use this miniature in your game and it not actually be Archdevil Geryon. He's pretty cool, and he's $50. But now let's actually take a look at what I like to call the main event, and that's going to be the Frost Giant and the Mammoth. Let's check it out. Frost Giant on Mammoth. This thing is so big, I can't even fit it in my camera view. Slide him right out of here. Well, that's interesting. There's actually an extra part in here I didn't realize. All right, so let's take a look at him. So, a little background going on there. All right, so first we've got the Frost Giant. Pretty cool looking. Got that massive, massive spear. It's got a bag of all sorts of goodies. I'm not even sure quite what is in there even. It's hard to say. It could be just about anything. Oh, looks like a big saber cat. See it? Looks like a big saber cat that's in there. That's cool looking. Oh, that's wild. Okay. And what a cool looking pose. Nice. I like that. That's a cool looking Frost Giant. Now, let's take a look at the Mammoth here. Oh, and this thing, it's definitely Mammoth, all right. Look at how huge this is. Look at how well detailed. I mean, it actually looks like it's really got fur on it, but it doesn't. Oh man, this thing is so cool. And look, looks like it's all set up like a pack animal right now. That's cool. And look at how big they are side by side. And this is the size of a player character. What a difference. What a size difference. I mean, this Frost Giant is massive. And that Mammoth, oh man, I want to see more of these really, really big minis like this. This is awesome. And this thing's got some weight to it. It is super heavy. And just look at that detail. It's ridiculous. It is out there. Okay, now I have this extra part. So let's figure out exactly how this works. And it looks like it's pretty simple. It looks like it just pulls apart here. Yep, it just comes off. Ooh, look at that. Pulls right off. And then this part sits right on it. So that's his legs, which means this Frost Giant pulls apart. Oh, just like that. Ooh, that's seamless. It didn't even look like it come apart. And you put the Frost Giant right on there. Oh, wow. Look at that. I mean, that is perfect. Wow. No kidding. When I said this is the main event, this is no joke. I really like how this came out. Look at that. You know, someone was really paying attention when they made this. I like the detail, and I like how you got to put the miniature actually on the Mammoth. That is cool. And they did a really good job with making the connection not cheesy and flimsy. I mean, that's solid. And it is seamless. I mean, I tell you, when you put them together, it looks seamless. I mean, you can tell there's a little seam there, but, you know, I would have just guessed that, you know, that just from the general assembly of the miniature, if I didn't know he came apart, I wouldn't even think to try to take him apart. And it is, and as you saw, I haven't even practiced this. I literally cut the tape and opened it. A lot of times I practice messing with some of these miniatures that got some stuff like that. I know in my last Snowbound video, I kind of had to finagle with the Goblin Battle Wagon. But this one, man, I just opened it right up, went to it, and super easy. This is a little tight, but it's not bad. You just got to get a good handhold on it, which isn't too bad considering how big it is. Wow, look at that. Man, that's just so neat. I got to tell you, I am super, super impressed with the Frost Giant and Mammoth. You know, let's end this video with him on this thing, because that is just too cool. Look at that. Look at that. What a beautiful, beautiful piece. What a great addition to your collection. And, you know, if you're going to play any kind of Winterland, any kind of Snowscape, any kind of winter adventure, Icewind Dale, anything, you got to find a reason to get this guy in there and use him. He is just too amazing. What a great piece. Really love it. Okay, and that's my look at these two brand new miniatures that came out right about the same time as Snowbound. Now, the Archdevil Geryon isn't necessarily meant for Snowbound. He's just part of the Icons of the Realms line. And I got to tell you, what a great looking piece. Remember, he's in Mordekainen's Tome of Foes on page 172. And I got to tell you, the main event, the big enchilada, Frost Giant on Mammoth. I got to tell you, one of the coolest pieces I've seen in forever. And there's only going to be one other piece that's going to be coming up real soon that is going to eclipse that. But we'll talk about that in another video. And usually, when I do these videos, I try not to surprise myself, so I kind of do a little research ahead of time a little bit here and there. But I didn't realize with the Mammoth that his back actually came out. You put another piece on, and you split the Frost Giant literally in half and stick his top half on top of the Mammoth. That's cool. It's super awesome, man. I thought, and see, I didn't look at the packaging, you know, real hardcore. I was like, I just look at the picture on the back. It's like, oh, that's cool looking. But I just thought it was the way they had it angled, maybe a little photo effect. But I figured most of it was just like the angle, and that the sides of the Mammoth, the saddle was shaped with the rider's legs, and you just took the guy as the miniature and just stuck him in. It was kind of like an illusion. But nope, it's legit. They're two separate miniatures, and you pop the part of the back, the Mammoth off, you put the other piece on, split the other guy in two, stick him on top, boom, whole nother miniature. What a great piece. And I got to tell you, it's, even if you don't get a chance to use them a lot, what a great piece just to put up on your shelf with a bunch of other miniatures or D&D books, even if you never use them. Man, what a great miniature. Running like 80 bucks. He's a must-have. He is a must-have. Usually these big guys like this, it's really kind of hit or miss if you're going to get him. Even like Lord Geryon, I'm like, 50 bucks. I don't know if I'm going to use him a lot. Frost Giant on Mammoth, I would totally not get Geryon and put that money to get Frost Giant on Mammoth, even if I used them even less than Geryon, because it's so epically cool. All right, well, tell you what, that's all for me today. And as always, I'm David Hunt, owner of GameMasters Guild, telling you to stay safe, play great games, and I'll see you real soon.